Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 221 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. How's it going out there this week? Have you been noticing your thoughts and maybe catching them before they go off the deep end? I hope so. We were at dinner the other night with friends, and such a fun night. And the restaurant was full and lively. And I don't know about you, but after 2 years of awkwardness with COVID, I realize how grateful I am for being with real live humans and seeing their smiles and being able to hear them talk and laugh and hug without worrying it'll kill someone, right? I never thought that, but some people actually did. Anyway, I digress. So we're in this lively restaurant, and one of our favorites, and there are a few little kids running around. It's not normal that there's kids. Usually it's a lot more older people, which makes me feel 90, and that's okay. Anyway, tonight it was extra lively, and there are a few little kids, and one of them, every once in a while, lets out this high-pitched squeal. And then across the restaurant, another little kid lets out another high-pitched squeal. And we're kind of laughing about it because it was super lively, and so it was just sort of funny. And one of our friends said, it's like they're communicating. And I joined in and I said, oh yeah, it is. It's like dolphins or whales. And at the same time, he said, it's like they're communicating like little raptors. And we started laughing because I made it mean something playful like a dolphin, and he went straight for the deadly raptors comparison. He said, Heidi, that's why you're so happy, and I'm, well, not as happy. But there's something to that. What we make things mean affects how we see it, doesn't it? And it started me thinking about our relationships and how the thoughts we have affect them, right? We've talked about that before. But I think relationships have been on my mind lately because I realize more than ever how important they are to our overall happiness and how important our role is in every single relationship we have, especially with ourselves, because that one directly affects every other relationship we'll have. And I realized that for me, and I went through that time a few years ago, I've talked about it a lot, where I was struggling to be happy. And I'm glad it happened because I grew so much from it. But it really drove home for me that how we think about, or what we think and how we think about someone determines how our relationship will be. And when I was struggling, my thoughts about everything, they were just completely off from who I normally was. I didn't like my friends. I didn't half the time like my husband, and I certainly didn't like myself. It wasn't good. Now, I say I'm glad it happened because it gave me insight into how we can change our whole world with our thoughts. And I was doing that, but for the worst. I mean, I can look back on it and I see how people destroy relationships because of the way they're thinking. Obviously, that's not always the reason, but it's often a big part of it. What we make things mean determines our life and our happiness. And once I was able to get my hormones balanced and I was back to my normal happy self, I saw how destructive negative thinking can be, especially in our relationships, not only with other people, but with ourselves too. Take, for instance, your intimate partner. Maybe you've been together for 10 years or so, and the rose-colored glasses have come off, and now your thoughts aren't so, let's just say, steamy about them. Now you're starting to notice their faults more than the good stuff, and you're picking at them to the point where you've kind of become roommates. And your thoughts aren't focused on being excited to see them. Now you're just kind of irritated because they didn't take out the trash again. But think about it. That's still the same person you couldn't get enough of at first. They're still the same person you would wait by the phone and pray they would call. They're still the same person you fantasized about. That's still them. Tony Robbins says if you had passion at one time, you can get it back. You just have to remember the thoughts that got you there. Put those rose-colored glasses back on. See them as your lover. Flirt with them. Fix yourself up for them like you did at the beginning. How you see them, that's all you. It also has a lot to do with the thoughts you have about yourself. If you think you're not sexy anymore or you're not desirable anymore, that's how you're going to show up. How do you get that back? You could easily blow your partner's mind and your own simply by changing your thoughts. If you think you're sexy, you are, and you're going to show up that way. You're going to flirt with your partner and have fun with them, and they're going to take notice. And maybe they start showing up a little differently. And before you know it, both of you have your rose-colored glasses back on, all because you changed the way you think about things. It's your thoughts that make the difference. You don't have to change anything external. You just have to change your thoughts. So the squealing kids in the restaurant, are they dolphins playing in delight, or are they raptors going in for the kill? You get to decide. Is your partner the old ball and chain, or are they your love muffin or whatever your pet name is? It matters. It matters to you. It matters to them. And it matters to your overall relationship. My challenge to you this week is to notice the thoughts you have about your partner. If you don't have a partner, then notice the thoughts you have about yourself. Are you creating a playful dolphin or a deadly raptor? It matters. Share this with 3 people, and if you're loving these episodes, give me a 5-star rating. That matters too. You can make a big difference there. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.